Have you ever wanted to know about the future, love, dreams, money, sex abadis?
Well, then you're in luck because we read tarot cards.
And we do it seriously.
We know we're being funny, but it's real. Real magic.
We used to be an Instagram live show.
And then a live show in front of an audience.
Yay! And now, a podcast.
So sit back, relax, and trust the process.
Welcome to The Tarot Show. I'm Dickie Copeland.
And I'm Hannah Garces.
And this is
The Tarot Show.
Welcome, our little listeners.
Hi, little buddies. Have you been good for mommies?
We brought you a present from our trip abroad. And that present is a tarot reading. Scaring them after pulling them in close. Mm-hmm. Hi, Hannah.
Hi, Dickles.
I'm so excited to do this little podcast today.
My too.
Yeah, I feel like things have been kind of, well, it's not that they've been on the up. They just feel like they're on the up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because there has been some crazy developments in our life that are also bad, but I'm just feeling good.
Yeah.
Which is nice.
There is an undercurrent of optimism.
Yeah, there's like a little, a gloaming,
Mm-hmm.
a little glimmer on the hill that perhaps it is dawn.
Perhaps it's the Fae.
They've come to take you away. All right, everyone. Well, I guess we'll just dive in. We'll get our logistics, like sort of when you call a meeting to order at the top. Mm-hmm. We have to let the listeners know that there will be no episode next week. Hannah and I are both traveling.
Yes. It's kind of got away from us, so.
Yeah.
You're going to frickin' Montreal.
Uh-huh.
I'm going up to Portland.
Yes. Ooh, tell them about Witchnick.
Oh my God. Okay. So my soon-to-be sister-in-law, shout out Mercedes, she and her friend Tierney have an annual Witchnick, which is a party where everyone dresses like witchy and eats food and just, lives that practical magic lifestyle.
It's so cool. The part in Practical Magic where the girls are climbing on the table eating the chocolate with their wings.
Yeah.
Ugh. That's what I want.
Yeah.
And Witchnick is like a picnic.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh, it's cute.
Yeah.
The branding's good.
Yeah, the branding's good. I'm excited. This is my first time going.
Did you pack a little outfit already?
Yeah.
What are you going to wear?
I have this I think basically kind of what I wore for our live show at the Lyric, like
Ooh.
that kind of black tulle dress, and I have like the little starry mesh thing that I'll wear under it.
I love that shirt.
With a belt, some boots.
These boots were made for witchnicking.
Witchnicking. Yeah, so that'll be cool. It feels wildly irresponsible to travel or do anything, but I'm just not looking at my bank account.
No.
For the next week or two. Like, it's just kind of none of my business.
Yeah, I'll tell you what it's not. Your business.
It's just, it's not for me to know.
No, someone else, you've outsourced that.
Mm-hmm.
Someone else is handling a different department.
Exactly.
They'll get voicemail if they call you.
And then tell us about Montreal and upstate New York.
Yeah, I'll be gone for the next 10 days, which is kind of wild. We're doing a longie of a trip. I've never been to Montreal, but I'm going with Sissy Cece and my brother-in-law and the
Uncle Fifi.
And then, brother to the pod, Brett, who's helped us out so much. Maybe Bree. I don't know.
Uncle Bree.
Uncle Bree.
Bad gal Bree.
At Bad Gal Bree. Bad Gal Bree and I, it's funny. We have a travel relationship. He's going to be my travel husband and I will be his travel wife. Mm. Even though I more identify with travel husband than I do travel wife, but that's fine.
Right.
He doesn't need to know that until we get there. And actually, I think we're probably both, honestly, maybe more travel daddies is what I'm thinking.
I mean, it's 2024. There can be 2 travel husbands.
Yes, of course. And we're very much in love and we kiss all the time. Yeah, because I was just thinking he loves a choo-choo, so we're gonna get on, even if it's just the metro in Montreal, but we're doing like a river cruise. We're eating at a bunch of great places. We're doing the poutine.
going to be so fun.
Little poutine time.
Ugh.
Very excited for that. And then, yeah, a little sojourn to upstate New York to see Uncle Fifi's family.
Cool.
Yeah, it'll be really cute. We're taking Cheapy and all that good stuff. So I cannot wait.
Oh, it's going to be so fun. Well, speaking of Brett.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Brett disclosed something so deeply funny. He's like, it's a good thing I listened to the pod because I almost purchased you a big Skelly. He's like, it was in my cart.
Oh,
But then I heard on the pod that you bought one and then you would have had two. And I don't think his plan was to ever tell me that he bought it. It was just going to show up and we would have never known. And the mystery.
oh my God.
We would have gone into full mystery mode. Who got this?
Who got this?
And at some point, I'm sure he would have revealed. But can you imagine? I'm also glad that didn't happen because now that we know how big the box is, I don't think it physically could have been dropped off. It would have been in the street.
Right.
And then we would have had to carry it up the stairs to our Silver Lake house.
Right.
And that would have been an endeavor.
But I can't believe he wanted to do that. That warms my heart.
So sweet. I guess it speaks to how much I truly have been speaking about this thing for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the nicest thing anyone said. Just that it was in a cart. Someone said add to cart.
That's so important.
Love language.
That's a love language. Add to cart.
Add to cart. Also, especially because mine is gifts.
Yeah.
So it truly is. But can you imagine being gifted a 12-foot skeleton out of nowhere?
Oh my God. Brett, you wonderful man.
Yeah.
We love you.
We love you. There's also some other little podcasty business. I wanted to flag that at the Tarot Show 444, our Instagram, where you are please more than welcome to reach out to us and tell us anything, honestly. But a longtime listener, Marlena, who has a very cool YouTube show that everyone should be checking out as well, wrote and asked some questions. Hold on, and I'll find her little YouTube so we can plug that as well again. But she wrote, Tarot Show, love you too. I'm still here and listening. Hell yeah. The wheels on the speed bus bit was fucking hilarious and made my day. I laughed way too hard at that. So good. Also, thank you for my demon reading. Spot on. And quick question. Do you only ever read tarot with a classic RWS, aka Rider-Waite? Or do you use other decks? Would love to know. Much love and many blessings to you both from your biggest fan in Florida.
Oh.
2 palm tree emojis, 2 purple devil smiling emojis.
Oh my God. Watch out, April.
I know. And I was like, oh, we'll have to talk about this in our episode. So anyways,
that's so sweet.
I know.
Thanks
Great
for
little
the
message. Love the message.
Love the message.
What's your response to that, Han?
We do have other decks that we use, but I think for the purposes of keeping it kind of simple, streamlined, and like sort of accessibility, we use the Rider-Waite to do the deep dives and talk about, because it just seems like that's just kind of the standard.
Yeah, the lowest common denominator for us all, right?
Yeah.
I am very excited to get to talk about my favorite deck ever, which Hannah was there when I got it. I put myself on a waiting list for this deck because someone gave me a reading with it at House of Intuition, and it was so beautiful. It was like gold leaf, kind of thick, bigger cards, and it was all romantic imagery. And I especially remember the 3 of Cups card, and it was a lot of ocean, blue ocean. Also, my reading just really had a lot of blue ocean in it from this deck. And I remember her saying that, like, whoa, a lot of water, you must be a water sign. I was like, yeah.
Yeah, you could say that again.
Yeah, Mom, swimming.
And this was a long time ago.
It was.
So this deck has been on your mind.
Yeah, I think I got that reading in 2015. And so then I was looking for it. I saw that it was out of print. It was like a small Irish printing press in like Kilkenny. And I put myself on their little email list. They emailed out, hey, we're going to do this. Put yourself on the waiting list if you want it. I bought it in advance. It took 2 years for them to press it and send it to me. And then it showed up when you were living with me. And I think actually I probably bought it right when you had moved in with me. And then it came a couple years later. And it's so beautiful. And it has this gold leaf on it that kind of shimmers, and all the imagery. It came with a book too that's like, this is the art that inspired it and how we subtly changed it to make more sense for the cards and whatnot. But it's a beautiful deck, and I love pulling with those cards.
Deck. If you follow us on Instagram and you've seen our poster for the live tarot show,
Yes.
that has a couple cards from that deck, and maybe we should just post some pictures from it on the gram, because it's breathtaking.
Yeah, I'm trying to look and see if I could find the order so I could flag the. Oh yes, the Victorian Romantic Tarot deck, and it's from Baba Barak Limited, and it's Killarney. It's from not Kilkenny, Killarney, in Ireland. So very, very cool. Yeah, maybe I'll post a picture of this or like a link to them. But yeah, the Victorian Romantic Tarot, if you want to Google it and just take a look at it. I love that deck. And I feel like it's really good for your kind of deep emotional pulls. Like when people are really feeling closely tied to whatever the read is about. That's a great deck, because it's sort of like it's not that she's classier, but she takes it seriously, but she's not serious.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
She's a little dreamier, but I feel like she kind of understands the spookiness of some things. I don't know. I really love that deck. And then we have another deck that is the Casanova Tarot, which has boobies on it.
Yep.
That we used to use in our tarot show After Dark episodes, where we would get really drunk on Instagram Live and give readings for people, and especially if they were about sex or whatever, we would use that deck.
Yeah, it's kind of a Venetian sex party vibe.
Yeah, it's giving a little Eyes Wide Shut.
Yeah.
But it's funny. It makes us laugh.
It's really funny.
I think we'll have to use that at our Halloween show, actually.
Yeah, we should. And also we have the tiny tarot deck that we have that's literally just a tiny Rider-Waite Smith that we use to read for pets.
It's true.
So yeah, I think we kind of we have different decks that we use for different purposes. Also, Dickie, what are your thoughts on sort of the old wisdom that you must be gifted a tarot deck?
I don't think that that's true in the sense that if you bought one for yourself, I don't think there's anything negative to it. I do think there's an added benefit when you're gifted it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I think there's only a positive. It's if it was gifted with intention, then I think there's a little extra mustard on it.
Yeah.
And but that you're more than, if you're inclined to buy one for yourself, I think you should feel happy and completely sound doing it.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I bought myself that Romantic Tarot deck, and it's my favorite one. And she is good to me. So
yes,
I think it's more about how you treat the deck once you have it versus how it came to you.
Definitely.
My personal belief. What do you think?
I agree. It's about intention.
Yeah.
What are your intentions? Also, there's you can look up different spreads online, but I like the idea that each deck kind of has its own personality, and that when you first get it, you can kind of have a get to know you pull where you can kind of see its personality.
I love that.
There's different little spreads what is your intention? How do you view this? What are your attitudes on this? You're talking to the deck.
Yes.
And the cards that it reveals kind of reveals what its vibe is. Is it a little more serious? Is it kind of funny? Is it optimistic? Is it a little more doom and gloom?
Because we've had some decks that are way more cut to the truth, but almost a little too harsh.
Yeah.
And then we have our show deck is unbelievably funny.
Yeah.
I cannot believe the way it calls things back. It remembers things I didn't remember. Yeah. And it has a very deep sense of humor. And also, I think, is one of those decks that, like you and I during the shows, isn't harsh.
Right.
Which is why the one time it was really harsh. But it felt like it was kind of showing off at that point and being to the point where it's when someone's just being really dark because it's funny. You're hammered and you're that one of those things where all of a sudden you are talking about death and things, but you're laughing about it. That was the vibe.
Also, I think if we're thinking of the same show and situation, it almost felt like our deck was being a little protective of us.
I think you're exactly right. I think our deck felt a kind of way about how our guest was choosing to do the show.
Yeah.
Yeah. She was on our side.
Yeah,
she was Team Tarot. So that was pretty cute.
Thank you, deck.
Yeah, we very much see and appreciate you. But I love that idea. And I think everyone should do it at home. Check in with your deck and be is there something you've been wanting to tell me? Another great question is there something that I should consider when I'm doing polls with you? Something I'm not seeing immediately? Or how do you prefer to tell me things?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's good. It's good when you just treat it that way. It's surprising how much it gives back. For me, as someone who is like kind of naturally skeptic, just the choice to just dive in and not be a bummer about it and let the party happen has been also fun. It's like,
Yes.
yeah, you don't want to be the kid at the Ouija board that's like, you're moving it.
Yeah, no.
Just like have some fun.
Yeah.
I don't know, buy in.
Yeah.
Like you're at Disneyland, go ride the rides. You're there.
Don't be a drip. Yeah. Come on.
We don't got time for that. Also, it's not sexy. It's the same attitude towards sex, right? We're in, go dive in the deep end, baby.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Ugh.
great question from our listener.
Yes.
Our number one fan in Florida. Watch out, April.
Watch out, April.
Yeah, I guess April's got to come visit again.
Yep.
That's the only way she prove it. Is if she visits again and lets me buy her drinks. Just saying. I miss her too so much.
Well, then, shall we cleanse this space?
Cleanse it up.
Come here, Sage.
Come here.
Come here.
Giving it the Scorpio from Mortal Kombat. Scorpion.
Scorpion.
The Scorpio. Is Scorpion a Scorpio?
Oh my God.
Probably.
Probs.
Yeah, because he's like, he doesn't say much, but when he says it, he makes sure everyone hears it, and it's kind of scary. You're
Yeah.
like, okay. Well, how about hello? Come here, please. A please will get you pretty far.
Who do you think is scarier, Capricorns or Scorpios?
Capricorns.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, why do you think so?
I don't know. I feel like Scorpios are like kind of a little showy about it.
I also think too, you could kind of, if you get a Scorpio deep in the underbelly, you can get them to change their mind.
Yeah.
Like, it's not that they can be reasoned with, but if you find a little hole in the wall, or if you get if you say the password, like you can unlock them. But Capricorns sometimes just shut down,
Yeah.
and they just that no one's home. They've decided, and in fact they dig in. Whereas I don't think Scorpios dig in as much. They already feel deeply.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But in this, all water signs I think could change in an instant.
Right.
Whereas like the earth signs really kind of, if they change, it won't be when they're talking to you. It'll be later.
Yeah.
Like 2 weeks later, they'll be like, you were right. And you're like, what? But never like in the moment.
Right.
Sometimes a Scorpio doesn't think they're hurting you when they hurt you. But Capricorns are pretty aware of what they're doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I say this as a Capricorn rising.
Yeah.
And I have loved both. I've been in
Same.
love. I've been in love with both. Yeah. And I do prefer them. I prefer them to like say an Aries.
Right.
In fact, I was thinking about this when like thinking about Fozzie Bear, and I was like, that's an attractive man and I love him, but it's just so funny how divorced I feel from any like physical attraction from him while being able to completely recognize why you are so madly in love with him and want to eat his face. But I was thinking about it, I'm like, oh, it's because his damage is not my damage. None of what he's got is working on my particular damage.
Right.
So like, yeah, I don't, like when you're like at a buffet and you're just like, I don't really want fruit.
Right. But I'm like piling it on. I'm like, I'm going back for thirds.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And it's so, but thinking about like Scorpios really appeal to my damage. Whereas I am Capricorn, and my relationships with Capricorns have been tough. They weren't as connected or passionate as it was with the Scorpio.
Yeah.
I think. But that's me.
But that's just me.
How about you, Han?
What's the question?
I don't know. Capricorn versus Scorpio.
I think Capricorns are scarier.
Excellent. Full agree. And sometimes, brevity is not just the soul of wit. It's also the soul of truth.
Also, I just think like Scorpios to give kind of a Lord Byron vibe that I'm not into. Like a kind of like, I'm brooding. Like, why are you announcing you're brooding? Who do you
So
think
that Dickie
you
can
are?
hear it and come run over.
I heard someone's brooding.
Wait, who's brooding? Oh, that grumpy man. Like he's like doing a full Blair Witch in the corner, and I'm like, okay. Like tucking my hair behind my ear.
Like, oh my God. Hey, come on. I love corners too.
Oh my god. Oh my god, this corner is so cool. What do you like about this corner? Yeah. Yeah. All right. So
All
we've
right.
cleansed the space. We got to cleanse the deck. We did that.
Let's cleanse the bodies.
Let's cleanse the bodies. We're doing it with a shot, folks. And here's what's really funny today. We're out of regular shot glasses for whatever reason. And we're using egg cups.
We're using egg cups, and also we're doing vodka. So this is a certified vodka episode, and there's a cat hair in mine. I'm just gonna drink it.
Great.
It's probably a spell.
I think it's a spell. I was just going to say. It's got some strength to it.
Yeah.
That'll put hair. No, oh my God. That'll put hair on your shot.
That'll put cat hair on your chest.
That'll put cat hair on your chest.
From the womb to the tomb. Boom. Pow.
Wow. Ah! Oh, God. You know what that tastes like?
What?
It tastes like if Big Skelly were just to suddenly look at us. Like, and I know his head doesn't swivel because I screwed it onto the C1, C2, C3 vertebrae. Vertebra. But if he were to just look at us, that's how I felt in my chest when I took that shot of vodka out of an egg cup.
I felt the cat hair go down.
Did you? I should have made you take that out. I don't know why I let that happen.
No, it's good. It's for the magic.
It's for the magic. Well, and we need it.
And we need it.
And we need it, folks. I had a 3rd-round interview this morning. We'll see how it goes. Worst case, even if I don't get it, I made it this far. There's only 2 of us, supposedly, that
Huge.
I know of. Very proud of at least getting this far. So.
Dude, that is a huge, it's like your first interview out of the gate.
First crack at it.
You know? And
Yeah.
you got this far. It sounds like you did great. We don't want to jinx it, but I feel really good about it.
Yeah.
And they would be so lucky to have you.
I also took a new attitude towards this, which was not jinx it, like not believing in the jinx and telling people about it and literally asking everyone I knew to like light a candle for it.
Yeah.
And like truly a bunch of people I know were like, yeah, I lit a candle. Even one of the kids I coach, Matt, was like, my mom said a prayer. I'm like, I'll take it.
Cute.
Hell yes.
I like that approach because also it's like, I think people are afraid to say it because it's like, if you don't get it, then you feel like embarrassed or whatever. But it's like, what's there to be embarrassed about? You want a job.
Right.
You want it. I think people are afraid to admit they want something,
Right.
but it's the most normal thing ever.
Yeah.
And people want to root for you. Give people the chance to root for you and support you and help you.
Yeah. All right. Well, Terra Show listeners, if you could just give a little beep beep for me.
Ooh.
I would appreciate it, and I think it helps. I really do.
Yeah.
And yeah, my mom's had a candle lit since like last week. My sisters were like doing spooky shit under the moon practically.
Hell yeah.
Like I fully did. I went to the moon and I asked the moon for it.
Oh,
I know.
and the moon loves you because you're a Cancer.
It does.
Oh, it's your mommy. It's your other mommy.
The moon looked at me just the way Big Skelly would. You know what I mean? Just like it just turned around to face me.
It's like that scary moon from Zelda.
Yes.
Hello, Dickie.
Come here. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like, can I please have this? And the moon was like,
Okay.
okay.
Okay, Dickie.
The moon, okay, Dickie.
You got it, babe.
I love that voice for the moon. Okay, Dickie.
Okay, Dickie. You got it.
Dickie, can I get you something?
Hey, babe.
Hey, babe.
Like
It's so
really
nice
like
to
a
see
cute
ya.
waitress that loves you. Hey, babe. So good to see you. What can I get for you guys? Do you need a minute? I know you love a Michelob.
Then the guys, you want a Michelob, you don't need a glass.
You got it, babe. Be right with you guys.
Awesome, babe. Oh my God, it's so good to see you guys.
It's like a Cheesecake Factory waiter.
Oh my God. Should we tell the listeners that we went to the Cheesecake Factory and the thing we love most about the Cheesecake Factory now?
Yeah.
So Hannah and I have an improv team with Jessica from Ella's for Losers famed Jessica, Miss Jardin. And the 3 of us have had different names over the various iterations of our lives here in LA. And we're changing our team name to the Skinnylicious Menu from the Cheesecake Factory. because it makes us laugh, and also it's useful, and it also is hilarious.
Yep.
The Skinnylicious menu from the Cheesecake Factory.
I'll take a Skinnylicious burger.
I'll have a Skinnylicious lunch order of pasta, please. Yeah, I think it's just so funny to be like, and next up, put your hands together for the Skinnylicious menu from the Cheesecake Factory. Woo! And then you and me and Jess come running out. And we're like, all we need is a suggestion that it has to be under 1,200 calories.
I heard scoop of grapefruit.
Yeah, you got it. Scoop of grapefruit. And what? Order of pot stickers. Okay.
I love kind of like 80s and 90s diet culture.
Yes.
Half a grapefruit, a Slim Fast,
2 cigarettes.
and a Tab soda.
And a Tab soda.
Thank you. A diet Tab.
And make sure you drink it room temperature. Or it's the opposite. Drink it really cold so that you shiver a little bit. I remember there was a girl in my high school who wouldn't wear a sweater because she thought shivering would burn extra calories.
Oh my God.
It was a different time. And that wasn't even the 80s or 90s at all. But still, damn. I was like, I think about her sometimes. I'm like, damn, that girl just out here shivering.
She probably always got like a cold.
Yeah, I know.
Girlfriend.
It's not doing what you think it's doing.
No.
Also, one time I was like, but don't you think the act of like putting on a sweater, like moving your arms and putting it on, don't you think that burns just as many calories? And I saw her look at me and she was like, shut up. But she was cold, so, she was in a bad mood.
Right. Poor girl. Poor thing.
Now it's time for
blessings.
I would like to bless the otter emoji.
Oh.
My new favorite emoji.
Cute.
AKA my emoji. The otter emoji is my emoji now. Okay, I am using it. I've been using it, but now I'm really leaning in and I'm like, this is my emoji. And I know everyone has like their emojis they're most used, but the thing about the otter emoji, which is relatively new in the iOS MCU, the iOS universe, is that he's on his back and he's like looking over his chest. Like, you know how otters like have their little hands on their chest and they're like looking over whatever rock they're banging together with like an oyster. Mm-hmm. I feel like that a lot. I feel like whenever you come home, Han, I'm lying on the couch and I'm on my phone with my hands on my chest with my phone in that exact spot as the rock and the oyster. Well, and I look down at you and I'm like, hello. Oh, hello. That's the otter emoji to me says, oh, hello.
Also, you have referred to your hands in the past as little clam diggers. You're a little sea otter.
I remember saying, because of my Irish heritage, it was like, so the cold sea can flow through them. But the black silt stays behind.
She has the cutest little hands, folks.
I really do have small hands.
They're so cute.
They're little otter hands. I remember that Zebulon afternoon where you grammed my hands and said that. Yeah, this bitch just called these things little clam diggers.
That's so cute. I love the otter emoji for you.
Thank you. Yeah, I've been putting him on chains where people don't know that it's my emoji, and I'm just letting it fly. And I think they're getting it.
Yeah, it's you're launching your new brand.
Yeah, but really the spirit of it is me like looking over while I'm like doing something, and I'm curious, but I have not like jumped into the fray. Do you know what I mean?
Right, you're kind of floating in the estuary, and someone's like going by in the ocean. You're like, oh hi.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
it's exactly that.
I understand.
So, anyways, take a look at the otter emoji and feel free. But it is my emoji. But feel free. So, anyways, I would love to bless that because he's going to be sticking with me for a while.
Oh, that's a beautiful blessing.
Also, I am a big float on a floaty in a pool person.
Yes.
So it works for me in both winter when I'm on the couch and summer when I'm on the floaty.
Yeah, because you're usually floating with like a little beer.
Yes.
That's your little clam.
And maybe on my chest there's like 4 little wheat thins and like a little square of cheese that my mom gave me. And yes, of course, a Michelob Ultra or two. Yeah, and just like kind of like floating around. And I'm big like I don't want to play volleyball, but I will watch the game, and I'll holler at you. I'll heckle, but I won't play. All right, I would love to light the candle.
Beautiful.
For the otter emoji.
She's lighting it.
Do you have a favorite emoji, Han?
Classic me is the frog.
Love the frog.
'Cause I'm a little frog, and I like the smile that it has. It's a little like.
Yes.
When I send you the frog emoji, I'm like smiling like. And I love the like two like figures of people like hugging.
Yeah, the silhouetted one.
Yes. I send that a lot to be like, I'm hugging you.
Yes, I love that. I love and when I receive it, I feel it.
Good.
The otter emoji is not so huggy, which is also very me.
I love, yeah. It's
Hey.
but to be acknowledged by you is like a hug.
Yeah. Oh, you wanna? It's like my sister's like in the doorway of my room, like, hi.
Yes, very big sister. To be like, what do you want?
What do you want?
Oh, hey.
Oh, hey. Welcome to my ocean. You know what other emojis you use that I love?
Tell me.
And you haven't used them in a minute.
Oh.
But when we were first living together, you were using them a lot. The caterpillar playing.
The saxophone.
And then also some music notes coming out of it.
That's on my Instagram bio, and it will be my Instagram bio forever.
Forever. But I just like, I love whenever you, oh, and then I used to do the octopus for a while with the microphone. In answer to yours.
Yes.
But I really love, because the caterpillar, the way he's like standing up to toot on the horn.
It's perfect.
It's iconic. I will forever associate either of them alone, but especially together with you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you for saying that.
You're welcome. Oh, hi.
Hi. Toot. Okay. Here's what I want to blast. Drunkenly buying a weird top at Zara. Because I did it recently and it fucking ruled. Because guess what, gang? We went to Cheesecake Factory twice kind of recently. Because we went to the Americana, Main Street USA
Yes.
in Glendale.
Yeah, where famously some Dodgers used to live above it. You kind of be like, did I see Cody Bellinger?
That guy's crazy.
That guy's crazy.
That guy's high. But yeah, so we went with wow, another mention. How often do we talk about Miss Jessica Jean Jardin on this podcast?
She's integral to our lives.
Yes.
So quite a lot. More than they talk about us on Ellis for Losers, and they do talk about us on that podcast. I'm not saying that I don't need more of it. They talk about us kind of a lot. But we talk about her more.
Yes. So anyway, the three of us went to the Americana, sat on the little wine bar, got drinks, and then you guys went off to Tralala because you had other plans somewhere else.
Yeah, we went to go see a gymnastics exhibition show.
That's right.
I saw Simone Biles in person.
That rocks.
It ruled. But it was also wild. It was for 11-year-old girls, and we really shouldn't have gone. But we went, and I paid $40 for a beer or whatever, and we did it. But what did you do?
Well, you guys very sweetly invited me to go with you, and I was like, no. And then,
Do you want to sit in the nosebleeds at crypto.com arena?
no.
Yeah. And instead
I walked my ass across the street to the Glendale Galleria just to look around. I'm going on this trip. I'm like, maybe I need a jacket, whatever. I go into Zara, and I'm looking around. I'm loose off the juice, the goose.
It's not that the juice is loose. It's that you're loose off the juice.
Yeah, exactly. O.J. Simpson wishes he could be me. Rest in piss. Anyway, so I'm looking around. I don't find a coat or whatever, but I see this like weird cropped top.
Oh, tell me more.
It's button down pinstripes,
Oh,
pink.
What?
It's weird. I don't even try it on.
Wow.
I just kind of hold it up to me, and I was like, if this is under $40, I'm gonna buy it.
Oh, hell yeah.
It was $39.
Oh, shit. Well, that's what you said.
That's what I said, and I'm like, I don't know when I will wear this,
but I'm a woman of my word.
And I was walking up. I'm like, I don't have to do this, and I was like, well, I'll just return it.
Yeah.
And so I just bought it. I just wanted to buy something stupid. I wanted the little bag.
Yeah. Well, and tell me, how did that make you feel?
It felt like fucking heroin.
Yeah.
Probably better. I haven't done heroin.
Yeah, me neither.
So sound off in the comments if I'm way off on this one.
Yeah, if anyone's done heroin, let us know.
Yeah.
But
it really ruled.
oh God. And I bet too, just like getting the bag of it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And then you get to walk back to your car with the bag.
Yeah.
And it's like you're like a cat that has a mouse in its mouth. You like kind of sauntering through the mall. Like, yeah, I purchased.
Yeah.
Yeah. I impulse purchased.
I have
hi.
no business spending $39 on a top.
Yeah, but
don't even know if I like it.
But how cute will that be when you're bartending? Because I feel like, and you should be able to write this off on your taxes, anything you buy that's cute helps you get better tips.
Oh my God, that's so true.
Like I've been loving watching you dress a little cute to go to your bartending shifts because it just like that girl on TikTok that was like, oh, I put my hair in pigtails to figure out if I get better tips.
Yeah.
And she did because men are disgusting.
You guys are little piggies.
I posted in my stories that I don't respect men, and I've never gotten so much response. I know I say that a lot. I know I say I never get so much response, but I'm just blowing up, I guess.
I know. Oh, yeah. It was so funny what you said in your story.
Yeah, I said.
Because you got a blowout for your interview.
I did yesterday. I went to Dry Bar and booked a blowout for my 10 a.m. interview so I could wake up and just like straighten the ends and like still have like really good hair. And
so smart.
Thank you. Slept on a silk pillowcase, the whole thing, right? And I told them in the interview, I was like, I've never prepped this much for a date. But what I wrote in my story was, I just got a blowout and a gloss for an interview with women, and I've never brushed my hair for a date with a man because I don't respect men. Devil face emoji, heart hands emoji. And people started responding with words like ha ha ha, so true. And I was like,
yes,
it is true.
It feels like the equivalent of like all the girls just being like, all the dogs in 101 Dalmatians barking like, yes.
And it's true. All the men too in the comments were like, we're flawed.
Any man who likes that joke is good.
That's what I think too. Yeah, exactly. And also it's like, it's so funny because it's completely true. Mm-hmm. Like I bought a whole new outfit from Zara for my interview, and I got new shoes, but I got really good new shoes. They're like these red, super sparkly Betsy Johnsons, and they have a pointed toe. They're a little witchy. So it's like a witchy take on the ruby slipper. Mm-hmm. Very intentional for me. And then I got a blowout on a gloss. I did like a full everything shower, like the whole thing. Like I painted my toes in case my shoe came off in the interview and they saw my toes. You know what I mean? Meanwhile, I truly did not brush my hair for my date with Lone Star. I was like, I think he likes this Calypso mohair Irish thing I've got going. Just throw it up in a bun with some curls framing the face, maybe. And they're not curls; they're just like side. Like I've slept on them a little bit weird, and I got sweaty, but I left it alone. It was in a clip, and then I took the clip out. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But that's how I feel about what I care about, which is so funny. But this pink, I want to see you in this pink shirt.
Yeah, I'll show you.
I want to see it. I bet she's, well, especially once you bless her, she's going to have like extra little magic.
Yeah. Give me the lighter. Why is there an ant on my arm? Okay, anyway.
Life finds a way.
Drunkenly buying a top at Zara. I love you.
Hannah has lit the candle to bless drunkenly buying a weird top at Zara. Mm-hmm. Girl dinner. It's not girl lunch because it's like better. It's more fulfilling.
Yeah.
Girl lunch is Skinnylicious menu at the Cheesecake Factory. Girl dinner is buying a weird top from Zara, especially when you're like, I have no money and I'm already going to Portland with all my extra money.
No thoughts, just vibes.
And now it's time for curses.
I want to curse when people say or act like they don't like gossip.
I am, as usual, right behind you, Han. Speak on that.
Don't pretend.
You're lying.
You're lying. First off, okay, so you're a liar.
You're lying to me,
Okay, that's disgusting.
which I'm gonna gossip about later.
Yeah, I'm gonna blow up your spot. No, it's important. It's like the human instinct for community. And I'm not championing even like shitty punching down gossip
Right.
for the sake of gossip, but it's
I
just
would.
like, but it's all so important.
Yeah. I remember hearing somewhere that like, especially in the days where it's like women could get hit for speaking, that gossip was like a very important social accountability tool.
Oh.
And it's like, there's a reason that there's sort of like it's like, yeah, we have to speak quietly and carefully
Yes.
because men hit us in the face.
Yeah. With the stick, as long as it wasn't as big as your thumb or what the fuck ever.
And this is why I don't respect them.
You fucking sickos.
Get a life.
Yeah. Oh, and also because gossip is seen as feminine.
Yes.
That's why people don't like it and look down on it.
Just like tarot.
Yeah.
I know. You're so right.
You guys are so fucking lame. Oh my God. I'm pissed off at you guys.
Okay, so someone is telling you that they don't traffic in gossip.
Yeah.
What are you thinking?
I'm just like, I never want to party with you.
No, the listeners couldn't see it, but Hannah was shaking her head slowly back and forth and then said, I don't want to party with you.
I don't want to party with you. And I don't trust you, weirdly.
Yeah.
I think people who are like, oh, I don't really like gossip, think that they're like trustworthy. And I
Right.
think the opposite is true.
You're right.
Because you're not showing any real vulnerability. You kind of have like this like high and mighty attitude. And that's someone I don't fucking trust.
Also, because you know why those people are the first to come over when they see you
Oh,
talking.
yeah.
Like, yeah, you say you don't like it, but then go away.
Right. But you listen to it.
Yeah, but then if I told you I had it, what would you do? Be like, fine, tell me.
Yeah. Or if you don't like specifically the gossip I'm saying, if you're like, actually, that's my friend you're talking about, and that's not even true, then do that.
Yeah, do that. That I'm actively there for that discourse.
Yeah, that rocks.
It's funny because like I was talking to a famed gossiper that I don't like, but that like, look, I do think too. There's people that you can gossip with where you feel like this is a safe space, and that's important. And then there are people that you're like, oh, they're absolutely going to misuse this information and like and spread it vindictively in a way that's
Yeah.
not good. Like there's different ways to gossip, right?
Yes.
But and it's funny, this person was like clearly about to start talking shit on someone I knew, and I was letting them have letting them do it. And then Jess was like, actually, that's Dickie's really good friend. And I was like, I was about to snap them in two, but okay, yes. And then they like reframed their story to be like, actually, no, I was just curious about this piece, and I was like, okay, because I was about to fatality you, but it's okay. I was about to rip your skull.
Like Scorpion?
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. With like the skeleton still attached to it, like you deboned a fish. I was about to do that.
Yeah, I don't like a clumsy gossip.
Yeah.
Who doesn't pick up on the nuance, who doesn't consider the source.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well,
Like,
and that's someone who probably thinks they don't gossip, so they haven't sharpened their tools.
yeah. And so they inflict more harm.
Wow, Hannah. You're so correct. I hate people who do that.
I just grow up.
Just admit that we like to know about each other. And it's
Yeah.
important to know about each other.
Yeah.
Also, what else are we living for?
Also, gossip is how you like out abusers.
Hello.
To circle back to the sort of like feminine, you know what I mean? Like that, like
If it weren't for the Whisper Network at UCB,
I was just thinking about the list today.
the list. Also, sometimes gossip is funny when you're like, okay. What's happening now?
Ironically, the funniest thing that person has done.
Aye.
Anyway, that's a deep dive. We won't get into that.
That's a deep dive. Well, if you ever see us in person, we'll tell you about the list.
List boy, you don't get a kiss boy. Okay. All right. Sorry, I'm gonna blow out this candle.
Yeah. Hannah, just blew out the candle to curse people who say they don't like gossip. AKA liars, actress. I would like to curse the cruel fact that cats cannot laugh. Did I catch you with that one? How fucking awful that we live in a world where cats they don't laugh, they don't giggle, they don't even, they smile sorta, but not really. Like dogs can smile.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But cats cannot laugh. And like, if cats could laugh, can you imagine what our lives would be? But no, in fact, I just am always being funny and doing something weird. And my cats are staring at me like little assassins. Just little assassins in their like assassin hood and cloak, like looking at me like, huh? Just taking it in. Just recording it. And I'm like, okay, but does it stop me from trying to be funny in front of my cats? No. But like, I can't believe they physically cannot laugh.
That's so sad for them too. Also, they don't get to laugh.
They're creatures that don't laugh. Isn't that crazy?
That's really crazy.
And not to be like, okay, like, is Dickie high? But I was thinking about that. Like bees don't, well, I guess we don't really know if bees laugh. But like, do bees laugh? Laughter's so important, you guys.
It's so important.
It's so important. But yeah, it's just so brutal that like these things I spend so much time with, they can't laugh at me. But they can purr.
They can purr, and they're thinking about like, I hope I can kill a lizard and bring it to Mummy.
That is true. Ooh, I caught a fly with both of my little paws.
Here you go, Mummy.
Here you go, Mummy. Applause.
Yes.
Mummy, I do think I love you after all. Mummy, I don't need a kiss on my little forehead. But I'll deign for, okay, if you insist.
I love you, Mummy.
Mummy, let me up on the bed, Mummy.
Give me a tuna flavored churu, Mummy.
Mummy, could you buy another $25 gift on Amazon? Something that I'll break and hate instantly, please.
I just want to sit in the Amazon box, Mummy.
Mummy, I love an Amazon box. Can you please get a new one? I'm tired of this one. I've had it for a week. Okay. But nary a laugh. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that sucks.
I'm going to blow out the candle to curse. Ow, wax on me.
Oh.
Cool. I'll just take it. Just fucking take it. All right. The fact that cats cannot laugh.
Oh.
Cruel world. Cruel, cruel world. I suppose if you could laugh, you wouldn't sleep 14 hours, you know?
That's true.
Yeah. Well,
now it's time for some readings for our listeners.
Oh, yeah. I meant to say that at the top.
Did we not?
Well, we didn't say we were doing readings instead of a deep dive. We said that we were not going to be here next week, but
right. Okay.
Whatever.
They know.
They know. What should we do? The readings.
I feel like we talked about I feel like this was like kind of a mall centric.
Oh.
So maybe it's like what terrible fast fashion store are you? Maybe what item from the Skinnylicious menu?
These
or
are
like which
both
like
really
food
great
court?
ideas. Yeah, let's do like mall things.
Yeah.
I think that's perfect. Like are you a fast fashion company, like clothing company at the mall?
Yeah.
Are you like a food court thing at the mall?
Mm-hmm.
Or are you like
the kiosk?
a kiosk?
The kiosk that sells like hair straighteners, where the people will try to give you like samples of like hair serum.
Oh yeah.
Excuse me, miss, is your hair naturally straight?
You know what store I love at the mall that we have to go to you, me, and Jess walked by it, not to talk about her again, but
Okay, we're obsessed.
that one where it takes pictures of you and puts them in like a digital
Yes.
photo strip.
Yeah, the whole store is kind of like a photo booth.
Yeah, like that part of a wedding.
Yeah.
But it had lots of like props and costumes. I was like, that fucking rules.
Yeah.
I want to do that. Yeah, Din Tai Fung is at the mall.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, yes, let's do some specific stores in the mall. Here's a store I think we should do. Lids.
Are you Lids?
Are you?
Victoria's Secret.
Oh, that's a good one.
I feel like that's like such a mall store.
It's such a mall store. You know what else feels like such a mall store? Wetzel's Pretzels.
Yeah.
Or Mrs. Fields.
Yeah.
Cookies. There's a Sopranos line where his son said that he didn't want to go fishing. He wanted to go to Mrs. Fields at the mall with his friends. And I laughed so hard at it that Mrs. Fields was initially our internet password.
Mm-hmm.
It's since been changed to a different reference. But
So don't even try.
so don't try.
So should we do Mrs. Fields, Victoria's Secret, and Lids?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Listeners at home, which are you?
Think about it.
Yeah. Are you putting stuff on your hat or on your secret places?
Or in your mouth with some cookies.
Yeah. All right. This first reading will be for the Lids people. Hope there's a lot of hats in it.
Yeah, it's going to be like fucking Page of Wands.
I feel like if you're a Lids person, you have kind of a funny sense of humor,
Yeah.
like a little ironic sense of humor. And I think if you decided to be a Lids person, I don't think you've ever been in a Lids store. Like that's your humor. I'm cutting the deck for Lids.
Cut it for Lids.
That's with a Z, right? Ooh. Jesus.
I don't know. Oh.
Okay. Well, the Lids people can't be funny anymore. It's time to grow up, according to this reading. They thought they were being cool. The Lids pulled the 5 of Pentacles upright, the 6 of Cups reversed, and the 4 of Cups upright, aka the card we just did a deep dive on. That was kind of a bummer card.
Yeah.
So the 5 of Pentacles, we see 3 figures in winter, very looking for room at the inn. And the 5 of Pentacles are depicted within a stained glass window. They're in snow. It is literally snowing. The 6 of Cups reversed has 2 figures. They're like children, maybe in some sort of square. You know what it gives me is My Brilliant Friend, how they were always in that square.
Yeah.
Lila.
Lila. Lenu.
Charulo. And there's like flowers in the cups. It's very much a nostalgic childhood, kind of maybe a remembering card. And then we have the 4 of Cups upright with a crossed-armed figure sitting on a hill. He has 3 cups in front of him, but he's ignoring the magical cup coming out of a cloud with a hand on it, offering him libations. Mm-hmm. Giving him heroin, maybe. He's like, no, that's not for me. I've never done that. And everyone's like, okay.
Okay.
Maybe, you know what it is? Maybe it's someone with some gossip and this person's like, I actually don't gossip.
Boring.
So Lids, heads up, get some gossip in you. Okay. So what do we think? Overall thoughts?
Lids. Well, yeah, this 5 of Pentacles card is tough.
A change in your finances, most likely.
Right. Or just kind of like a mindset that's very
Woe is me.
Woe is me. It's yeah.
Yeah. You're in a winter
Yeah.
of discontent. Mm-hmm. But you're trudging through.
You're trudging through. It's going to be okay. And then I think this sort of like 6 of Cups reversed, which is sort of like a nostalgic card. And then when it's reversed, it can be like almost like nostalgic to like a fault.
Yeah. Like maybe thinking of a time. not a grass is always greener, but just like, remember when?
Right. You want to kind of go back to that, especially when you're not feeling good and it's like, or something bad happens. And you're like, I wish I could just go back to this.
You know what it's reminding me of? How you and I were doing this probably awful thing where we were like, I really miss the pandemic. Like literally with the Five of Pentacles before, like maybe the Lids people are missing the pandemic.
Yeah. Or yeah, maybe you're nostalgic for a time that like actually sucked. And this Four of Cups is trying to push you into the present.
Yes.
To move forward and grow. I think you're like kind of bucking up against growth.
Yeah. It's time to open your eyes.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's tough now, but I do think a promise of a better future, especially because the Four of Cups is not a bad card. It's not scary. It's more about like, hey, perhaps you're not really paying attention to something that might be the way out of this.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a way out. You just got to look around.
Right. Stop, not to be harsh, but stop wallowing.
Yeah.
You've licked your wounds.
And look, we love a wallow here at the Tarot Show. We love a good bath.
It's my favorite.
A little cry, especially through the mall. Hannah has famously blessed, I think, even walking through the mall, disassociating at the mall.
Yeah, I love to do that.
One of our all-time greats. Mm-hmm. But yeah, now for the Lids people, it's time to pick up those boots by the bootstraps, baby.
Yeah. You can do it.
You can do it. It sucks, but you can do it. Like, we're doing it. We're probably the Lids people, to be honest.
Yeah, actually. Honestly.
Yeah, actually, honestly, that's us.
Like, honestly.
I saw something that said, the grass is always greener because it's fake.
Oh.
So think that.
Think about that.
It's fake.
It's fucking fake, bitch.
Yeah, you think you wish, but actually it's fake.
Okay, is this for Mrs. Fields?
It's for the Mrs. Fields. All right, Mrs. Fields, come on down.
Come on down. C is for cookie. Good enough for me.
Okay, Sopranos reference. Come on down. I am now cutting the deck for Mrs. Fields. Hannah is going to pull.
Ooh.
8 of Wands upright. Oh my lord.
Okay.
Look at all these 8s.
Yeah.
Dang. 8 of Wands upright. The Hierophant reversed. And 8 of Pentacles.
Oh, it's 7.
Oh my God. That's so embarrassing. Let's start it over.
Okay.
Hannah has pulled the 8 of Wands upright, the Hierophant reversed, and the 7 of Pentacles reversed. Look at that person. Okay, so the 8 of Wands depicts 8 sort of like, they kind of look like branches, right? Mm-hmm. Just streaming across the card with a blue background. No people depicted. The Hierophant has sort of this like Pope-like figure. He's literally giving that little like Jesus peace sign, and he's in a big red robe, and he's reversed. And then the 7 of Pentacles is a person leaning on their own. Like, what is that? A hoe? Yeah.
Yeah.
A rake? A Swiffer? With these pentacles in the bush next to him. Sort of your very like get it done kind of card. Mm-hmm. All right. Immediate thoughts, Han?
Immediate thoughts. This feels like something to do with like work or institutions.
Yeah, it feels like when you're getting all those emails, especially with the Hierophant, right? Which is kind of like a rules, a system, a place where things have to get done in a certain way. Mm-hmm. And it's like, okay, it's giving kind of like director of like a play.
Yeah.
Like in your final rehearsal.
Yeah, this feels like to me things have been like really crazy at work or like whatever like community you're in. There's been lots of messages, shit going back and forth, things you got to do. Very overwhelming.
Yeah.
Feels like it's been an overwhelming week for the Mrs. Fields community.
Yeah, the Mrs. Fields community is gasping for breath.
Yeah. Yeah, the boot is on their neck for sure.
But you know what they're doing? They're waking up and they're going to work and they're getting it done and then they're coming home and then they're getting a little high and they're putting on the English teacher on FX and then they're going to bed.
And that's so respectable.
Yeah. And we love you for just getting through it.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, you're trudging.
Yeah.
But it's good.
Yeah, and I think too that the difference between this poll and the one for the lids people is like where I think things are changing for the lids people a little bit more. And look, the Hierophant is a 5 too, and 5s I always like to say are like signifiers of change. But the Hierophant here, I think, is more about the place as opposed to something happening to you,
Right.
And that more it's like maybe the rules are changing up on you as opposed to like you're leaving, you know?
Right. And then I think with the 7 of Pentacles, you know, has this figure leaning on his like rake or hoe, looking at
Or Swiffer,
looking at the thing that he's growing, he's cultivating, because all the pentacles are in the vines in the bush. And when it's reversed, I think sometimes it's advising you to, instead of being in the moment, being like, oh, why am I doing this? Being frustrated that things aren't happening, to look back and see all the things you have done, and some perspective. And it's like the things you have accomplished, what you've gained from this endeavor. And that it's like, even if it's not fully the harvest yet, it's not for naught. And to try to keep perspective about why you do this in the first place.
Yeah. Excellent.
Damn.
And now to move on to our reading for
Victoria's Secret. Shh. Our
don't
angels.
Don't say it too loud, Hannah. They'll hear you. Our angels.
Sorry, our angels. I can't say too loud. Our Gigi Hadid will be mad at me.
She'll come stomping down the runway.
She'll spray you in the face with love spell.
God, I remember going into Victoria's Secret and they're like, you have to get your boobs measured by a girl with the tape. And you're like, it's like full, as we like to say at UCB, full wash, lights all the way up. Fran Gillespie said that once. Funniest thing I've ever heard. She didn't even say it to me. She said it to Jess, and Jess told me. And she walked into the Christmas party at UCB and said, oh, full wash. Yeah, I told Ali that.
Oh.
I told both of the artistic directors. I was like, Fran walked into this Christmas party and all the lights, literally every light that's like up in the ceiling was on. And that's like, for a theater, that's a lot of lights.
That's a lot of lights.
And I said, she walked in, she went, oh, full wash. And now every time I text Holly, I'm always like, full wash. This text was sent in full wash.
Yeah, but not a sexy vibe for a party. All right.
No.
Cut it. Speaking of sexy vibe, this is for you, Victoria's Secret angels.
Beauties. The Chariot reversed.
Ooh.
Page of Cups reversed. And then ending with the Eight of Pentacles. Wow, I knew she was coming in that spot.
I knew. Cute.
Huh, look at this. Well, definitely a sense of things. I feel like things have been moving very fast and now they're kind of starting to slow down with that Chariot reversed at the top. And that like Page of Cups too. I always think Page of Cups is a little bit, and you know me, I'm love read inclined. But it feels like there's a crush in the lives. Perhaps. Or maybe someone that, if it's reversed, maybe someone's crushing on you.
Right. I think to me, Chariot and Page of Cups and the Pentacles together is like work crush.
Oh, work husband, work wife.
Yes, there's something, or maybe
Work
there's like
partner?
there's like a new employee, or you're the new person,
Yeah.
because the pages are all sort of like, they're the novices of the court cards.
Little tweens.
Yeah, so it's like, it's usually about a new person or feeling like a beginner in an area. So I wonder if like someone new has entered your life in a sort of like workspace, or like if you work creatively.
It also might not even be like sexual crush, but maybe when you're like, oh, I made a new friend and I really like them.
Yeah.
That kind of feeling. Like when you're a kid and you're just like, I met a person.
Yeah. It feels like some new, fun, creative, possibly sexy energy is or is about to infuse your like day to day.
Yeah.
Like you've kind of been grinding it out. Like you're the guy at the workbench, just like doing the little thing. It's mundane. It's a little tedious. And I feel like something or someone is about to pop in
and switch it up.
and switch it up.
Ooh,
in a cute, fun way. And because it's reversed, I think maybe it'll be a little annoying.
Yeah.
Or unnerving at first.
But
But
you will miss it when it's gone.
yeah.
Page of Cups has that little fish in the cup. And so we always think of it someone with like a pet.
Yeah.
But maybe it's like that vibe of like small dog.
Mm-hmm.
Very cute.
It's really cute. This is a fun little spread.
Victoria's Secret has a secret.
It's a little cheeky.
Yeah.
It's a cheeky hipster spread. boy thong or what? Boy short.
Yeah. Little boy short.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Cute.
Well, good for y'all. Love that for the Victoria's Secret.
I know.
Crowd. Well, you guys, we have to go pack.
Yeah.
And we probably have to go to Disneyland one more time.
Yeah.
We're going as much as we can until I'm officially parted from the Disney company. So, but you can also follow our stories if you want to watch us do that.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
Yeah. We do that kind of a lot. We get really hammered at Disneyland and buy stuff.
Yeah, it's fucking stupid.
I know. It's not the smart move. But,
But I meant that like not parenthetical derogatory, parenthetical endearing.
endearing.
I love being fucking stupid.
Me, oh God. Stupid, like when it's written in cursive.
Yeah.
I'm just being stupid. I want to go to that party and be stupid. Hannah, do you want to go be stupid at a bar tonight?
I would love nothing more, mon frère.
All right, everyone. Well, let's all be stupid.
Okay,
this
we'll
next
see you
week.
in a couple weeks.
Yes, we'll be back in 2 weeks. And we love you.
And we're with you
From the womb
to the tomb.
So stupid.